Let us start with the next chapter, that is controlling. Controlling is the last function of management. You have done planning, organizing, staffing, directing, all these functions you have done. Now here comes the last function of the management, that is controlling. So let's start. Controlling is the process of ensuring that actual activities convert to planned activities. Basically, what are we going to do in this process? See, you have planned everything under first function of management, that is planning. Then under organizing, you divided that work. Then under staffing, what you did? You employed some, or you gave jobs to some people so that they can come and they can work. Then under directing, what you did? You made them understand that what they have to do, how they have to do. You motivated them, you supervised them, you communicate with them well. So now after doing all the things, now what is left? The main thing is left, that to check that whatever work that has been given to all the employees, whether they are doing that work or properly or not. Basically, what are we going to do under staffing? What are we going to do under controlling? We are going to check that whatever that has been told to them, whatever standards or whatever criteria or targets that we have given to the employees, whether they are in a position to achieve those targets or not. If they are able to achieve, it's fine. If they are not able to achieve, then what we have to do, how we have to go about it, what kind of changes we need to introduce in the system so that they can do the work, or what kind of motivation we have to give them so that they can work appropriately. Fine. So under controlling process, we are going to evaluate the performance of the employees. We are going to check their performance. So before starting with the process or the nature or the feature, whatever, let me give you a small example so that at least you can get to know that what are we up to. See, suppose these standards have been set by the employers. Standards means the criteria or the targets. These targets are set by the top level management. When did they set these targets? They set these targets at the time of planning. It means by planning that what we have to do, how we have to do, or who is going to do that time only we plan the targets or we set some standards. So like I have set some standards for my employees. Let's say there are 3 firms or there are 3 employees in my company, namely Ram, Shyam and Mohan. Fine. I have set some targets for them. What targets? That each one of them have to work for at least 8 hours daily, and they have to produce 150 units on daily basis. So this target I have set, that the employees of my company will work for at least 8 hours on daily basis and they'll produce 150 units. Now after explaining these standards to Ram, Shyam and Mohan, after telling them what is to be done, how it is to be done, or after giving them proper place, all the resources to do the work, fine, or they started working. Now actual work done by Ram, Shyam and Mohan. Now we are going to check the actual work done by them. Just don't look at the case number 2, just focus on case number 1 only. Fine, in case number 1, what is happening? I checked that neither Ram nor Shyam nor Mohan is able to achieve the targets. They all are working below standards. I told them to produce 150 units for in 8 hours, and Ram is producing only 100, Shyam is producing 120 and Mohan is producing 80. It means that none of them is able to achieve the given targets. So what will happen now? Now the company will rethink upon these standards. Company will check that whether the standards which we have set, is it feasible for the employees to achieve? Is it feasible for them to produce 150 units in 8 hours? It means, and if they feel that yes, problem is not in the employees, the problem is this, that we have set the targets which is inappropriate or which is not realizable. So what they will do in that case? They might change the standards. It means that after controlling, they again start with the process of planning. They again start this thing that yes, we have found, we have realized that the employees are not able to achieve. So it means that again the process of planning will start. Now come to next case. Now in the next case, you can observe that only Ram is not able to achieve achieve the targets. Mohan and Shyam and Mohan, they are working effectively and efficiently. So here what we can understand, that problem is only in Ram. It means that he is not able to do the work appropriately. So what are we going to do? We are going to find out the cause, that why Ram is not able to do the work on time, why Ram is working below standards. So after finding out the cause, what are we going to do? We are going to take some corrective steps. We are going to take some actions so that Ram will able to produce 150 units. So what you have understood out of all this? You have basically, this is all about evaluating the performance of the employees to check their actual performance, then to compare their actual performance with the standards, and to find out the cause of deviation. See, deviation means, like if I say 150 units they have to produce, Ram is producing only 100. It means deviation or a difference is of 50. Fine. So to find out the cause of deviation, and then to learn out of the mistakes, whether those mistakes is on the part of the management. Like in case number 1, the mistake is on the part of the management. They have set high standards which is not feasible for the employees to achieve. So in this case, again we resort to planning process. It means that we have learned from our mistakes, and then again the process of planning will start. Then in case number 2, it may also happen that only one person is not able to do the work. So in this case, what are we going to do? We are going to find out the cause, that why Ram only is not able to achieve the targets, what are the problems faced by him, or like what kind of training does he require. So means all these things will check so that the actual performance will become equal to the standards. So this, like in brief, I have explained you about the meaning of controlling, that what actually controlling is. Controlling is to ensure that whether the work done is as per the standards or not. There may be some problem in standards at times, or some problem may lie in the employees also. So we learn. So see, like in case number 1, the top level management have learned this thing, no? That the standards which they have set is not feasible for the employees to achieve. So it means basically we learn out of our experiences, we learn out of our mistakes, and then after finding out such mistakes or faults, we'll try to remove them. So it means what I can say, that this process will never end this way. ऐसे तो भी controlling खत्म ही नहीं होगा, because suppose next time आप कुछ standards fix करेंगे, then again we set the standards, and again we compare them, then again we find out some deviations if any. So it means that this is a ongoing process. Controlling will never end. Why controlling will never end? Because we'll never stop working. और जब तक हम काम करेंगे, mistakes तो होती हैं, because mistakes shows this thing that yes, we are working. And if there are no mistakes, if there are no doubts, it means you aren't working. It's pretty clear. So now come to the features. So I hope now it's not, I don't think so that it's required to explain the features now. Still have a look. The first is controlling is goal oriented. Goal oriented means this is the goal for the employees. Basically under this process we check that whether to achieve this goal, Ram, Shyam and Mohan, they are using the resources effectively or efficiently. Whether they are using them effectively or efficiently or not. If they are using them effectively and efficiently, then they can achieve the goal. If they are not using them, then it means they will not achieve the goal. So effectively and efficiently means to check whether Ram, Shyam and Mohan, they are doing the work on time or not. It means whether they are working for 8 hours minimum or not, and to check whether they are able to complete the given targets on time or not. So goal oriented means to check whether the employees are able to achieve the goals, whether they are using the resources in an efficient or an effective manner or not. Next is pervasive function. This function is same in all the functions of management, that controlling is also applicable in a business company, in a non-business organization, in a school, in a college, in a hospital, in a library. Everywhere you will find out the process of controlling. Fine. And moreover, the process of controlling is applicable or is implemented or used at all the levels of management, because control is required everywhere. Basically in a classroom also you can check this thing. Like suppose daily we are giving you 4 to 5 questions to do. So those 4 to 5 questions are the standards. Who have set the standards? We have set the standards. Then suppose you are able to complete only 3 questions. It means this is your actual work done. Now we compare your actual work done with the standards, that I gave 5 questions, you have completed only 3 questions as of now. It means that deviations of 2. So we'll find out what are the cause. क्या हमने homework ज़्यादा दिया? Or the problem is in you and whether you have understood the topic or not. So it means the process of controlling is everywhere. So it is a pervasive function. And last is continuous process. As I told you that that controlling is an ongoing process. It will never end, because once we have find out our mistake, as in case number 1, that the standards are not realizable. So what are we going to do? We are going to reframe the standards. It means that we are going to plan in a better way. In case number 2, what I will find out? That the problem lies only and only in Ram. So what I am going to do? I am going to take out some corrective actions so that Ram can also do his work efficiently. So I hope this thing is clear. So now let's move to the next feature, or you may say the next topic, because the next feature might come in exams for 3 marks or for 2 marks also. Fine. Next feature itself is a very, very important point. So let's start. Yes, students. Now see, as I told you, that one feature is very important. Fine. And that feature is also a part of a next topic. Fine. So I'll be explaining that feature and the next topic together. See, I have written that controlling is a backward as well as a forward looking process. Fine. Before explaining you the meaning of this line, I would like to explain you the relationship between planning and controlling. I have used a term backward looking and forward looking. Both means controlling has both the features, like controlling is a backward looking process as well as forward looking process. But how? That will be that will be clear to you once you are well versed with this topic, that is relationship between planning and controlling. Now see, planning is the first function of management, controlling is the last function of management. Then how they are interrelated? They are not only interrelated, they are interdependent also. It means planning is dependent on controlling and controlling is dependent on planning. Fine. They both are mutually exclusive. We need both of them. If one out of them is not there, then our purpose, our goal will not be achieved. How? Controlling is blind or aimless without planning. See, as I told you in this video itself, that targets set by the company were 150 units. Fine. And the actual targets were more than 150 or less than 150 or even 150 also. So it means to control or to check, we should have some standards. If we don't have standards with us, then what will you compare and with whom? आप compare किससे करेंगे? One, if you don't have any standards, it means that controlling is blind. Controlling has no base if there is no planning, because setting up of standards is a term or is a job which we do at the time of planning only. So अगर planning ही ना हो, अगर नहीं होगा आपके पास, अगर planning ही नहीं है तो आपके पास standards नहीं होंगे. Standards नहीं है तो controlling process initiate नहीं हो सकता. Because controlling means to check the actual performance with the standards, and if standards are not there, there is no use of controlling. So controlling is totally aimless if there is no planning. And vice versa, planning without controlling is meaningless. Now, if you merely plan the things, if you are only planning the things, that this we have to do, that we have to do, but there is no check on it, that whether whatever you have planned that has been implemented or not. जो आपने प्लान किया है, क्या जैसे आपने प्लान किया है वैसे हो रहा है, implement हो रहा है, whether the things are going as per your wishes or desires or not, right? So but that thing is done under the process of controlling. So if you have just made plans but you are not keeping a check on them, then obviously that will not be implemented or that will not work. So in that case, planning is meaningless. So I hope these 2 points are clear to you, that planning and controlling, they both are required at the same time. They both are interrelated as well as interdependent. How interrelated? Because for the process of controlling, we need to have standards, and standards will set in the process of planning itself. So if you don't plan the things, then you can't control anything. जब कुछ प्लान ही नहीं है तो आप कंट्रोल किसे करेंगे? So it means controlling is aimless. And if you are just planning the things but you are not keeping an eye on them, that whether they are going on fine or not, then such kind of planning is totally meaningless. So they both are related. Now this term, controlling a backward looking as well as forward looking process. I would like to add one more thing over here, that not only controlling but planning also is a forward looking as well as a backward looking process. It means both planning and controlling, they are backward looking as well as they are forward looking. How? First of all, we discuss about forward looking. Okay, tell me one thing. If I am planning something today, then I am planning it for future. It means I am looking forward. Fine. And how I can plan the things? Based on my predictions, based on my estimates or my forecast for the future. Right? So planning is a forward looking process. And controlling, how controlling is a forward looking process? Because in controlling, the actual work will be done by the employees in the future only. Because today we are just merely planning it. They are going to do the work later on. Fine. So it means actual work done and measurement of the actual work done with the standards will be done in the future. That's why both planning and controlling are forward looking. Now how are they backward looking? See, if I'm planning something today, fine. Now as I told you just now when we were discussing about the features, I explained you one thing, that controlling is an ongoing process and moreover it helps in better planning, right? It means once we plan the things, once things has been implemented, once we check the actual performance with the standards and we get to know that there are some faults, कुछ problems हैं जो हमारे standards में हैं. Fine. So it means I learned. It means that now I have to change my plans later on. अब हमें change करना पड़ेगा. But why am I changing my plans? Because I get to know from the past that when I made this plan before, there were some problems due to which standards were not realized by the employees, and now we are going to change it. It means that I am going to change the plan because I learnt it from the past. So this way planning is a backward looking process also. Because कुछ नया प्लान करने के लिए आप जब भी अपनी प्लानिंग में कुछ मॉडिफिकेशन लाते हैं, कैसे लाते हैं? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू मेक अ प्लान बी, आप उसे इम्प्लीमेंट करते हो. इफ इट इज सक्सेसफुल इट्स फाइन, इफ इट इज नॉट सक्सेसफुल आप उसमें चेंजेस करेंगे. अपना चेंजेस करने के लिए पहले उसे इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे ना. जब आप उसे इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे देन ओनली यू विल रियलाइज कि जो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन किया उस इम्प्लीमेंटेशन से मेरे टारगेट्स अचीव नहीं हो रहे. इट मीन्स नाउ यू हैव टू, आफ्टर इम्प्लीमेंटिंग द प्लान यू आर लुकिंग बैकवर्ड कि जो प्लान किया था ये वैसे इम्प्लीमेंट क्यों नहीं हुआ. फाइन. एंड देन यू आर गोइंग टू again make some changes in your planning, or you are going to plan in more better way. So planning is a backward looking process also. Now how controlling is a backward looking process? See, under controlling we are comparing the actual performance with the standards, and standards were set in the past. Now we are comparing actual performance of the workers today. तो आप क्या कर रहे हैं? स्टैंडर्ड्स जो पास्ट में सेट किए हैं आप उन स्टैंडर्ड्स के साथ अपने एक्चुअल वर्क को कंपेयर कर रहे हैं. सो कंट्रोलिंग इज अ बैकवर्ड लुकिंग प्रोसेस. सो आई होप दीज पॉइंट्स आर क्लियर टू यू. लेट मी गिव यू अ शॉर्ट रिकैप ऑफ द थिंग. Controlling and planning, they both are mutually interrelated and interdependent, because if I am planning something and I am not able to keep an eye on them, or I am not doing, or I am not keeping any check, then it's just a wish, or it's just a road which has no destination. Because आप कुछ काम कर रहे हैं, आप उस पर चेक नहीं रख रहे तो वो काम कभी कंप्लीट नहीं होगा. सो इट इज मीनिंगलेस. एंड सपोज इफ आई वांट टू कंट्रोल समथिंग, मुझे कंट्रोल करना है, लेकिन कंट्रोल कब होगा? जब आप अपने एक्चुअल वर्क को अपने स्टैंडर्ड्स के साथ कंपेयर करेंगे, एंड स्टैंडर्ड्स वर सेट एट द टाइम वी प्लान द थिंग्स. सो कंट्रोलिंग इज ब्लाइंड और एमलेस विदाउट planning. So they are mutually interrelated. Now planning is a forward looking process because I am planning today for the future, keeping in mind the conditions of the future. I am just predicting them, estimating them. So it is a forward looking. How controlling is a forward looking? How it is a forward looking? Because I'm going to compare the process, or I'm going to compare the actual work done by the employees in the future. Now how planning is a backward looking? Because when I try to change my planning, or I'm going to plan in a better way, then I have to check the conditions, or then I have to check the previous conditions, no, because of which the plan got failed, and I have to make a new plan. So it is a backward looking process. So I hope this topic is clear, and this is one of the feature of planning also, controlling also, that controlling is a forward looking as well as backward looking process. So now let's start with the importance of control.